The World Economic Forum wants to control the world? Not if we can help it. Hi, I'm with the Universal Economic Forum. For the longest time, the World Economic Forum has been without competition in the marketplace for enslaving humanity, and we're here to put an end to their pathetic reign of terror. And no, unlike the World Economic Forum, we don't want to control the world. That's child's play. We want to control the entire fucking universe. Highlighting one of the biggest problems we see, it's clear the World Economic Forum is using a decades-long agenda to enslave humanity. And you know what? We think the people of the world deserve much better than that. So we're going to be doing it much faster. They say you'll own nothing and be happy about it by 2030, but with our better branding and global initiatives, our agenda will have you owning nothing by 2023, if you survive that long. And you know what? You won't be happy about it, but you're going to like it. Quite frankly, the World Economic Forum is just a bunch of pussies. Ladies, what would you say to a guy who wants to dilly-dally around with foreplay for 10 years? Well, we're not scared little virgins who live in their mom's basements and meet once a year in Davos to eat hors d'oeuvres and give each other reach-arounds just to move the needle ahead one slow inch at a time. No, we're the type of organization that gets in there and gets the job done fast and aggressively, because that's what the world needs. Just imagine consenting your way into a fast-moving progressive agenda that will have your every thought and action controlled by people gracious enough to assert their power over you.
Stop it there and welcome to Mika Reaction Reviews. We're reacting to things on the internet, and today we're returning with Awaken with JP. It's been a minute. It's cleverly doing satire discussing the World Economic Forum, which is all part of the Great Reset. It's supposed to be the betterment of all mankind, taking more power and control from you. With the whole big famous, the most famous quote from them is, "You'll own nothing." But I recently realized that that's not actually the full statement. Is you will own nothing and you will owe nothing. And that is basically how they're going to get massive amount of people to consent to this, because the idea of getting free stuff and not having to owe anything, we already see the process right now with the forgiving of the student debt loans, and that's going to basically continue. So a lot of politicians are going to start to play off of this idea of vote for me, we'll forgive all your loans, but slowly but surely take your rights of owning private property away from you. But again, as the generations continue, it's going to sound more and more enticing, because again, you get free stuff, it's controlled by us, and you have to obey us and obey our narrative and our rules to get access to these things. But it's free, technically free. You're paying with your freedom and your time and your attention, but you don't have to financially pay for it, and we'll forgive all your debts. And of course, this is all allegedly, but this is how people feel like they're going to usher in this whole idea and make it digestible for the mainstream public of, you'll own nothing, but you'll also owe nothing. You know what I mean? Because who doesn't want free stuff, right? Who doesn't want to get rid of their debts? So I think JP is doing a really good job, because, you know, like, you have to like dance around YouTube censorships and stuff like that, because they're, you know, people are protected, or their narrative is protected, or whatever. And so JP does a really good job of trying to find unique ways to satire the truth to you, because technically out of his own mouth, he's not saying he technically believes any of this stuff. This is basically, he's taking what's out there and put it into satire without, I guess, incriminating himself in a way, if you know what I mean. But anyway, we're gonna get back into it. But before you do, if you like type of videos, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell to get notifications when I do upload. All of that really does help with the algorithm, guys. And if you'd like to support the channel even further, you can donate. My PayPal link is in the description box below. Also in the comment section. Of course, it helps, but you don't have to. You can just like, comment, and subscribe. Another great way to support this channel is either join my brand membership program, different levels, different tiers, different perks, or you can visit my brand merch shop. Links down below. And if you like, you can super thanks. Other than that, sit back, relax, and continue to enjoy the video. All right, here we go.
How are we going to handle the climate crisis better than the old codgers at the World Economic Forum? Well, when we look at the ever-changing weather patterns, we can see in the northeast region of the US, the average daily temperature from mid-January to mid-July of this year has risen from 32 degrees to 85 degrees. And we expect this trend to continue, so we've got to do something about it fast. So goodbye climate crisis, and hello climate hysterical panic. Embrace yourselves, because we'll stop at nothing to protect you. The weak World Economic Forum has their credit card system that tracks your carbon footprint and then cuts off your purchasing power when your carbon footprint goes too high. That, with our system, we're just going to cut your head off. But you can have peace of mind in your decapitated head knowing we only use an environmentally friendly zero emissions guillotine system to end your life. Because we actually care about the climate and truly want to protect you. Now, in the true fashion of a democracy, our carbon footprint tracking system through your credit card is completely voluntary. And we're making the volunteering aspect of it mandatory because time is running out.
Stopping it there. Okay, so I don't know for sure if the World Economic Forum has stated verbatim that they will track your carbon footprint using the digital currency that they're trying to usher in. However, that's the assumption, and that's an assumption that a lot of people have, and I think that is not that far-fetched. Again, we've already seen the practice run over the last 2 years. If they use the idea of it's for the betterment of humanity, it's the betterment of the planet, it is for the future of our children. Do you not care about the future of our children? Like, basically ushering that idea in, it's like we saw massive amount of people be completely and utterly okay with a good chunk of society being barred from interacting with society, not being able to go to bars or gyms or just be social, not being able to go outside to hospitals or school, get an education, not to be able to visit their family members or their ailing grandma, right? We see a massive amount of society being like, yeah, if they don't follow the rules for the betterment of humanity, then they shouldn't be able to do these things. They shouldn't be able to have those freedoms. They should have to walk around with a piece of paper proving that they are following the rules and being good, obedient citizens. Why is that so far-fetched to think they will just do the same thing with global warming when you have people like AOC basically saying the world is going to end in 7 years? You know what I mean? When they are actually causing mass panic and mass hysteria. So I think it's very, very possible to start seeing ads say, if you care about the future of this planet, if you care about children, if you care about our world, why wouldn't you allow there to be some sort of institution to track your carbon footprint to help you become a better global citizen? You know what I mean? Anyway, let's continue.
Look at Klaus Schwab and wonder, does he have a little bit of reptile DNA in him? Well, probably, and it's clearly not enough. Our chairman of the board is mostly reptile because these pussy humans can't get the human enslavement that's necessary to fight the climate crisis done fast enough. In fact, let's hear a quick message from our beloved chairman, Professor Nyström Baxter Androgynous III.
Greetings. It's time we put an end to the Great Reset so that we might have a fantastic reset. It's the only way to stop the rapidly changing climate and flourishing of humanity. I look forward to collaborating with you as we implement our universal initiatives.
Full disclosure, Professor Nyström does have a little bit of human DNA found behind his gills. That's probably why he seems so relatable. Furthermore, the researchers that we pay to go to painstaking lengths to find exactly what we want them to find have discovered that in just 49 days, the Earth will be nothing but a ball of fire that's simultaneously encapsulated in a ball of ice because of the methane gas produced by cows. So to help you, we'll be gunning down all livestock from our jet black military-grade helicopters. But instead of eating crickets like the ladies at the World Economic Forum want to feed you, we'll be offering you a more environmentally sustainable alternative of you being able to just not eat. Now you might be thinking, don't people produce way more carbon footprint than cows? You know what? I'm glad you asked, because the answer is yes. That's why we're going one step further than the World Economic Forum's promotion of abortion as a virtuous thing to do, as we mandate abortions for all clumps of cells that are under 27 years old.
Okay, so two things. First of all, China's done this. They've mandated abortions in very, very late-term abortions, like 8 months or so, imprisoning women. So it has been done. So if it's already been done, why can't it be done even further? You know what I mean? And second, I'm going to react to this video later, but it's a compilation theory video, C-theory video, and there's a woman actually advocating for this, not to 27, but to 18 years old. Maybe I'll put a little teaser clip so you can see it. An actual person saying that because kids are reliant on their parents until they're 18, if that kid has not proven that they will be a good citizen, like they'll actually provide the society something good, that the parents at any moment till 18 years old can just euthanize their kid. There's a woman actually advocating for that.
It makes more sense, in my opinion, to offer abortion services up until a child is 18 years old. Because until they reach adulthood, we don't know if they're going to be a productive member of society. So based on the argument that we have heard today, we should allow it up until they are adults. It would solve many problems. Think of the disruptions in school, bad behavior, anything. If you could just say to your child, well, I'm sorry, you're misbehaving, you're not going to be a productive member of society, or you're going to have a hard life, let's go off to the abortion clinic. And it would be more humane for that child, because we know what abortion looks like in the womb, and it is horrible. It would be much more humane to simply go to the abortion clinic and have the child put to sleep. Would you not agree?
Fucking cray-cray. So, is the slippery slope slippery enough for you? Anyway, let's continue.
You might also be thinking, what about the World Economic Forum's guidelines for protecting ourselves against global pandemics? Will the Universal Economic Forum be offering us those? Well, good news. You're not going to need guidelines, because with the pandemics we create, there will be no protecting yourself. We're here to get the job done. That's our pledge to you. Those pansies at the World Economic Forum think global lockdowns are enough. That implies you'll get out eventually. And that's just like running into a burning building to save a child. Meanwhile, we're the ones outside that have gone to all the effort to set the building on fire. Global lockdowns? How about biological life enriching death camps? Sounds like we care just a little bit more. And unlike them, you don't need to worry about us colluding with governments of foreign and domestic countries where orders are spoon-fed to elected officials who then dictate the orders to you. Because we're cutting out all the unnecessary middlemen and doing away with elected officials altogether. But giving credit where credit is due, the pussies at the World Economic Forum have already done a pretty halfway decent job with that. And of course, we do agree with their sentiment that society needs to be reshaped. It's just like how you need a haircut from time to time. But because the people of the world need us to act faster than those slouches, through biotechnology, we've developed a way to give society an even better haircut by scalping it. And I'd like to reassure you with us, you don't need to worry if propaganda is clouding your mind, because we're taking the condom off and getting rid of the propaganda by raw dogging your mind with direct control. We'll leave it up to your imagination as to how we'll be doing that. And if you can't imagine it, it's because we're already not letting you. That's why we at the Universal Economic Forum have you in our crosshairs as we aim to protect you with green walls that'll imprison you so that we can, together, reshape society into a beautiful utopia. And because we live in a time of great emergency, we thank you for your support and obedient faith in our leadership that we'll abuse you with.
Awaken with JP. Tell me what you think. I mean, the World Economic Forum are already very much unelected, including BlackRock and Rothschilds and Rockefellers. But money equals power. And the whole, like, directly sending a propaganda to your brain. Neuralink, I'm pretty sure there's other people working on things like Neuralink. I'm not accusing Elon Musk for being a part of all this fucking agenda shit, but maybe. But can you imagine, you remember that Black Mirror episode where the mother could put something in her child's mind and she was able to censor what her child saw and heard? Can you imagine that being like the new thing where it's like the Neuralink or whatever new chip they will somehow get us to consent to will basically like censor shit from even entering your mind, so you can't even get the information. Even if you like Google it, like you can't even see the words, you can't even see the ads coming up or the articles coming up. That would be crazy. Anyway, I recently saw a video about a man talking about how, you know, people trying to take over the world or be world leaders or manipulate the world or steer their future the way they wanted to steer it or construct it how they want to construct it. It's not the first thing. This is not the first time this has happened. This has happened many times throughout human history and ultimately always fails. Like, yes, they do a lot of damage in the meantime, but ultimately the human spirit, the human need and drive for freedom ultimately usually wins eventually. So I don't want to blackmail people like by like reacting to this stuff. For me, presenting this stuff is so you will just be aware and educated. But I do think there's a lot of people waking up, and I do think that the global leaders, as smart as they think they are, I don't think they fully understand, again, the human spirit. But anyway, guys, tell me what you think of this video in the comment section below. What I said, what he said, in the comment section below. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to get the notifications when I do upload. All of that really does help with the algorithm, guys. And if you'd like to support this channel even further, you can donate. My PayPal link is in the description box below, also in the comment section. Of course, it helps, but you don't have to. You can just like, comment, and subscribe. Another great way to support this channel is either join my brand new membership program, different levels, different tiers, different perks, or you can visit my brand new merch shop. Links down below and links to all of the eternal platforms I'm on, my socials, including my Twitter, other ways to support me, other ways to contact me for business. There's always in the links down below. And if you like, you can super thanks. I also have a second travel vlog channel. I travel as a lifestyle. I live abroad. If you'd like to know where I am in the world, you can go to the description box below, also in the comment section. Hit the link, go subscribe to my travel vlog channel, and or follow me on my travel Instagram. My stories are usually what's most up to date. And they also have all of my other YouTube channels, links down below. Go subscribe, go support, and you guys have an amazing day. Bye!